Hello everybody and welcome back to Let's Play Kingdom Hearts and... Wait, what? Pinocchio?
Well, as I live and breathe, if it isn't Pinocchio.
Pinocchio. It's Pinocchio, I think, but I have just gotten used to saying Pinocchio with like a short O sound. I don't know why. The same way I say Pokemon weird, it is... I'm not even going to attempt it. I mean, I do say a lot of Pokemon names really weirdly, maybe, depending on your perspective on these kind of things, because some people say Rayquaza, some people say Rayquaza, Arceus, Arceus. Those are the two most controversial ones, I guess, but also the name Pokemon itself. I kind of just, most of the time, mess it up. Same I do with Pinocchio. I really tried to say it properly now, and I did not get myself some fresh water before starting this episode, so this is going to be an actual hell. As a matter of fact, if we get a long cutscene, I might just quickly run downstairs to get myself some water. This literally doesn't do anything other than just foreshadow something that is going to happen either in the next episode or the episode after that. I still don't know how Monstro quite works. There's a tournament being held at the Colosseum, let's not go there. So we can either go through this warp hall or this warp hall, but for this warp hall we first need to go to Olympus Colosseum, which is really nice that if you do want to... We can also warp drive now, by the way, so that really negates any need for long gummy ship episodes. You can only warp drive to places you've already been to. If you want to go to the Colosseum to do the tournament, you can use this warp hall. If you don't, you can use this warp hall, which is a really nice opportunity of choice the game gives you. I never really realized that because I always would just go to the tournament right away. Today, not so much, since Agrabah by itself is going to be a pretty lengthy world, so we're not going to add in another tournament with that as well. Maybe probably after Monstro, I'll go do that cup. Because Monstro, again, next episode or the episode after that, or the episode after that, at some point we'll go to Monstro and it'll be a very short world. And I'll just add in a cup there to make the episode a little bit longer, probably. Maybe I am just horribly mistaken and Monstro will actually be very, very, very long. Probably not. If you know what you're doing, Monstro is a really short world. So, anytime now the warp hall's coming up, you can choose not to use it and you'll end up in Wonderland. Yeah, Wonderland it is. Or you can use it and you get to do a new part of a gummy ship route and you'll end up in Agrabah. That's kind of how this thing works. And I believe there it is, a warp gummy whole thing. Okay, that didn't make any grammatical sense. I'm very aware, yeah, Chippendale, you don't have to explain it to me. We warp to something that looks a little bit more ominous, a little darker, a little bit more like... Not scarlet. Scarlet red is a little bit more vibrant and bright. It's a dark color red in the sky more so now than anything. A little bit purple added in as well. Darker shades to show us shit's getting serious slowly but surely. And this is gonna continue getting worse and worse. Going to Hollow Bastion, which, for all intents and purposes, while playing the game you think is the final world. It of course isn't. It looks very ominous, and then after that going to the actual last world, the end of the world, it's just like purple and black. It's beautiful, and it's really subtly done. I mean, the last two gummy ship routes are kind of obvious that they're not similar to the first part at all anymore. Since especially going back to Hollow Bastion for the second visit, you go through a warp hall from Traverse Town. So it's painfully obvious that it changes quite a bit. And then going to the end of the world, it doesn't change that much from Hollow Bastion, but it's still quite obvious. It's just really that much more ominous. Why am I talking about color theory? Because why not? That's my question to you. I've already got a dry mouth. I mean, I was going to record this just after. What is up with my screen just cutting out halfway through this gummy ship? I mean, again, you guys probably didn't see anything because it doesn't look like my recording is getting affected whatsoever. Just my screen cuts out. Okay, so I'm gonna go real quickly get myself some water.
And the keyhole?
The Heartless are searching for it now. I'm certain we'll find it soon enough. So that just leaves...
Jafar, I've looked everywhere for Jasmine. She's disappeared like magic.
The girl is more trouble than she's worth.
You said you had things under control.
Agrabah is full of holes for rats to hide in. But why worry about Princess Jasmine? With her or without her, surely this world will be ours when we find the keyhole.
We need all 7 princesses of heart to open the final door. Any fewer is useless.
Well, if the princess is that important, we'll find her.
Just as I found my water, I'm back.
And bring her to me at once.
I didn't know this cutscene was that long, actually. I was expecting I had to cut out a little bit of silence, because I'm not gonna let you guys watch a couple of seconds of, like, me not being here. Apparently, this cutscene is a lot longer than I remember it being.
Your concern is touching, but hardly necessary.
You're not telling me they didn't, like, notice her at all there. I have a hard time believing that. Anyway, I really do hope Agrabah returns as well in Kingdom Hearts 3, because Agrabah probably is one of my favorite worlds in any game it appears in. I mean, but that's not... Maybe not on Kingdom Hearts days, to be fair. And I'm trying to remember, how is it encoded? I don't think it's particularly great in recoded. But in Kingdom Hearts 1, that's this game, it's pretty good. Kingdom Hearts 2, it's pretty good. Kingdom Hearts 3, hopefully it's gonna be there and it's gonna be pretty good. As I said, area of effect with thunder, it's really useful. Sliding dash, when you have it equipped, you immediately forget the fact that you have it equipped because it's so natural, but if you, like, start a new game or unequip it, you can feel it right away. It's a really useful ability, guys.
Who's there? Hello?
I don't understand why they had to animate and voice act that little part of the cutscene, but not this part. It's Kingdom Hearts 1 is just not consistent at all. And this is then again voice acted with a little bit of speech bubble in between. I just don't understand.
Rats won't do, you see.
Jasmine, run!
Ah, the boy who holds the key.
I don't understand why. I mean, I do understand why. They didn't want to fully cutscene voice act everything in cutscenes because that would be a lot of work, probably a lot more data, because audio files, of course, do require more data on a disc than these text files do. So I suppose that's part of the reason. Also more expensive, because if you need to voice act every line, you need to pay voice actors for every line instead of about half the lines in the entire game. But who decided this part of the game could do with a really short, like 2-line cutscene, then a lot of dialogues, and then when Jafar comes back, go back to normal cutscene? Where's the line there? Who made that decision and why? just doesn't make a lot of sense to me. Maybe I'm complaining about nothing, and I'm probably complaining about nothing important. I'll give you that much, but it still doesn't make a lot of sense. Thing is, I don't exactly remember what we're supposed to do now. Are we going to have to go? We have to go to the desert first. Okay, let's go there. The Cave of Wonders. I always forget in what order we have to do things here. Luckily, the game is rather obvious as to what you're supposed to do. Also, you can never come back to this part. So I'm just going to really quickly make a save. Just because I like things you can't come back to. Just in case I ever need it in like a countdown video or something. It's really weird. You can't ever come back here afterwards. Because afterwards when you exit Agrabah you go straight to the Cave of Wonders. If there is a way to get back there, please do tell me, because I don't think there is. Aladdin just kind of died, I think, because he's not in the pits anymore. Why not just put a model in there? This is just sloppy, because there's a good chance the player will end up seeing the pit close up, because you can just walk into it. And how is he able to suddenly stand up? Logic. Don't try to attempt logic to either Disney or Square Enix. Especially the combination.
I see. Thanks, Sora.
Aladdin, what are you doing out here?
Same old stuff. Hunting legendary treasure. Just paid a visit to the Cave of Wonders. I found that magic carpet. And this lamp.
So how did... Wait a second. Hang on. He found the carpet in the Cave of Wonders and the lamp. But when exiting the Cave of Wonders... Genie, shut up. When exiting the Cave of Wonders, he got stuck in that sand pit. But the carpet was back at his home in Agrabah. But it was stuck under something. So that would imply somehow Aladdin got back from the Cave of Wonders, took the carpet back home, the carpet got stuck there while Aladdin went back to the Cave of Wonders, not using the carpet to cross the desert, which is just stupid, to go find the lamp. Somehow I really kinda doubt that's the case. So I see a little bit of a logical flaw here.
Me a fabulously wealthy prince.
Whoa! Money, royalty, fame! Why didn't I do that? Okay, you asked for it. 100 servants and 100 camels loaded with gold. Just say the word and I'll deliver it in 30 minutes or less, or your meal's free. Hey, I'll even throw in a cappuccino.
I must say,
Okay.
the voice acting on Genie in this game is done pretty well. I'm gonna be honest, a lot of people might not like it. I didn't like Hercules. I do like Genie a lot in this game. Not more than the original film. No. Nothing ever can improve on that, but it's still pretty good, considering.
Jasmine?
Oh, that's right. She's in trouble, Aladdin.
What? Well, come on, let's get going.
So then we fight a boss, Aladdin for Goofy, because I still need Donald to heal me. Did I ever put Cure actually on the spots I wanted? Not that I'm gonna use it, because not that I'm gonna need it in beginner mode, probably, most of the time, but still.
Fresh air, the great outdoors.
I guess you don't get out much, huh?
Comes with a job. Phenomenal cosmic powers, itty-bitty living space. It's always 3 wishes, then back to my portable prison. I'm lucky to see the light of day every century or 2.
Say, Genie, what if I use my last wish to free you from the lamp? What do you think?
You do that?
Genie, it's a promise. After we help Jasmine.
That's how I like it. Anyhow, Oh yeah, fat bandits are a more annoying version of large bodies. Because they breathe fire. That's pretty much the only reason. I think they do give the same amount of experience. Probably, maybe they give more. I don't know. I think they give the same amount, then let's just... Blizzard. That answers my question as well. Okay, Blizzard doesn't do any extra damage to them. I thought it would. Apparently it doesn't. But that does answer my question, like I said, of do I have Cure on shortcuts? I, in fact, do not. So, let's equip Sure to Axe. Did I say Sure? I meant Cure. Something entirely different. Not even, well, I guess in like sound, they're closely related, but not really. No, don't jump off. Down! You can jump off if you like. You cannot exit doors while locked onto something. I never noticed that. I probably did, but I never like registered it in my brain. I just kind of probably dealt with it as I played the game. I never was aware, like consciously aware of the fact that that was the case. If you're locked onto something, you can't leave a room. That's something really nice, actually. I don't hate that. I actually quite... I'd like that. Okay, that was just stupid on my part. Because if you're locked onto something, you're definitely going to want to fight it. And if you're going to want to fight it, you don't want to leave the room. Another fix for that issue is just play Kingdom Hearts 3, where it seems like most things are just one big room, because PlayStation 4 is absolutely a beast. But then again, if 0.2 is anything to go on, it's not quite the case. But it is quite an improvement from Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2 as far as like loading screens and... I'm not gonna fight... I have to fight you, never mind. I don't want to fight you guys. Never mind, you give 125 experience at peace. I do want to fight you really badly. I got another mystery. You know how rare that drop is, and getting two of them back to back. I just got insanely lucky. Getting a black mushroom spawn by itself, not very common. Getting the items from them, like mystery goo, even less so. Getting two back to back in just a batch of 4. Is rare. Technically speaking, statistically, getting 2 literally back to back is even less likely. That was really lucky, and it's really unlucky that I don't give a shit about synthesis on this save file. So, there's really nothing to be that happy about. I guess getting like lucky and beating the odds and like having statistics work out in your favor. Wait a second, can I just go to the Paladin's case this way? Okay, that doesn't do anything if I go this way. Never mind. I guess just beating the odds and having statistics work out in your favor is a prize in and of itself. But no, it really isn't. So just shut up, please. Just... No, it's kind of like the thing about a Let's Play. You keep talking. Like, no dead air. That's not quite the case. So, what am I supposed to do exactly? Aladdin's house? Maybe? Yes. Okay, so now we go to the palace. I think. You see, I don't remember. Yeah, that's been blocked off. So now we go up there to the palace. And fight the pot centipede. Then we go to the Cave of Wonders, fight Jafar, and that'll be it for this world. That might sound rather easy, and in a way, nothing is difficult because it's beginner mode. Then again, the Cave of Wonders is a little bit much more of a bother than you would at first assume. This boss, not that much.
want you, boy.
And then, of course, Jafar has 2 phases to his boss fight, so... And a lot of cutscenes, getting through the Cave of Wonders.
Anymore.
We're about halfway through the world, realistically speaking.
Aladdin.
A little bit more.
Genie, help Jasmine, please.
One wish left. You're making this really easy, you know?
So sorry, boy. I'm afraid your second wish has been denied.
Huh?
I'm sorry, Al.
Hang on, does that count as the wish not being executed? Because that means he has 2 wishes left after this, and I think
You all farewell. Attack.
we get back the lamp at the end of the world, and then he wishes for Genie's freedom. So, technically speaking, he has 1 wish left, doesn't he? Assuming that that counts, which I'm going to assume it does. Also, what the hell is wrong with my timing? Yeah, this is the reason I wanted counter, by the way. You can just keep mashing axe. Can I just... I can keep mashing... Okay, maybe it's the other way around. Maybe you can keep mashing triangle in this game, but not in Chain of Memories? Or maybe you can just always mash triangle. I don't know. All I know is that this is literally the easiest boss fight ever. Because it's already done. Didn't even take a minute.
Jasmine! To the desert! Come on, let's move!
I need Sora to level up enough to get a new accessory slot. Because I'm getting so many accessories and I can't use them. I would also like a little bit more strength, which is kind of rich coming from me since I'm on beginner mode. Which starts you with 8 strength up, and I'm kind of a good level, all things considered, because I'm level 23 at this point in the game, which is rather high. Which of course is mostly because of the EXP necklace. 1 more Amperes actually, but so much of a drop in defense, and then also drop in all the elemental resistance I have with a ribbon. So the ribbon is just downright one of the best equipables in the game. Protect chain. Oh, that's Aladdin. Nobody gives a damn about Aladdin. I suppose though, Donald, anything that increases his MP is good. I'd rather have him with a little bit of higher defense than higher AP. Abilities, Combo Plus, always useful. I've got 5 AP to spare, holy hell. Treasure Magnet, I'm not going to equip Treasure Magnet. Because what I mentioned, I think last episode, maybe 2 episodes ago, is he also picks up HP and MP orbs, which you might want to pick up yourself if you give him Treasure Magnet. I mean, he'll pick them up anyway, but he'll pick up more of them easier and quicker with Treasure Magnet. Not a particularly good ability to give your allies, I would say. Generally speaking, of course. If you're grinding for money, it doesn't matter who picks it up, as long as it's picked up. And technically speaking, I shouldn't really give a damn either, since I'm playing on beginner mode and I'm never going to need MP for anything. It's only going to be like a quality of life thing. And I'm never going to need HP orbs either, because, well, the combination would be kind of bad, not having any MP and not having any HP, because I wouldn't be able to heal myself. But the easy answer to that is just don't waste your MP. This boss fight also is rather annoying. Agrabah has a lot of boss fights, by the way, if you couldn't tell. It had the Centipede, now has the Cave of Wonders head, which is cursed. And it's going to have 2 versions of Jafar. One of which is, well, actually both of which are RNG hell. The first one just sometimes goes to places where you can't reach him, and the second one you need to fight Iago. Well, you don't need to fight Iago because Iago doesn't attack you. Jafar is attacking you while Iago has his lamp, and you need to destroy the lamp. Which you don't actually destroy the lamp. You destroy the lamp in Kingdom Hearts 2. I think you destroy the Kingdom Hearts 2. Oh, that's actually, never mind. That is how the original films go. The original movie, they just seal up Jafar, and then he gets found by the merchant, just like in Kingdom Hearts. And The Return of Jafar is actually the movie where Genie's like, if you want to destroy a genie, you've got to destroy the lamp. Learn God. As a kid, always equipped that. These days, I do not. In Kingdom Hearts 2, yes, I do. At a certain point, I don't, because I get Reflect, and Reflect is just downright. I mean, it costs MP, and it's Kingdom Hearts 2, it doesn't exist in Kingdom Hearts 1. But it's downright a better version of God, because it's like 360 degrees, and it counters anything that hits it with a blast. Which is actually, at a Reflect God level, rather powerful, all things considered. The Cave of Wonders is an interesting place. In Kingdom Hearts 2, it is nothing... I mean, the entirety of Agrabah, most worlds change between Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2, which doesn't make a lot of sense. But the Cave of Wonders just is nothing like this in Kingdom Hearts 1, in Kingdom Hearts 2. I mean... And I think, honestly, I prefer this version of the Cave of Wonders over the Kingdom Hearts 2 version. Because the Cave of Wonders is supposed to be like a labyrinth kind of deal. And it is, at this point. I mean, it's a branching map. And in Kingdom Hearts 2, it's just kind of like a straight corridor. With some, like, mystical magic things thrown in, but still it's a straight corridor. This has, so far it looks like a straight corridor, but the maps in the corridor have a little bit of like, the maps themselves, I mean, for instance, right, I can take this route, go into the exit, but I also could take this route. And I could go down there and there's an entirely different section down there in the water. Kingdom Hearts 2, it's literally one straight path to the end. There's literally not a second way within any room or the route through rooms. You only have one option, going from beginning to end. And realistically speaking, of course, you only have one option in this too, but it doesn't feel that way. And that's really the most important part, not only in games, but really in any media. It's how the end result feels, not what it actually is. And that might sound very cynical, and yeah, that's very cynical. But it's true. Oh, of course, yeah. I always go to the treasure room first, but we need to jump down here for a second. Because there's a lot of trinities which I can't do. It's a little bit sad, I suppose, but it doesn't really matter that much. Can I please thank you very... Can I please thank you very much? Fire. So this is not going to be a 40-minute episode. Actually, we're already 30 minutes in. I still have to fight 2 bosses and watch a lot of cutscenes. And then escape the Cave of Wonders and watch a couple more cutscenes. So maybe we'll get to 40.
My first wish, Genie.
We probably will get to 40 or 45 because we're already at 30. Feels good to make some longer episodes again. Last episode was longer than I expected, to be honest, but the 2 episodes before that were both rather much shorter than I expected. The first episode being much longer than I expected. I expected Destiny Islands to take no more than like 30 minutes, and it ended up taking 52. Which is fair, because I didn't really think about the fact that a lot of cutscenes happen on Destiny Islands. Because usually when you like speedrun, you skip cutscenes, of course, and Destiny Islands is actually a rather quick world when you speedrun. I'm getting a message which I can't see because I need to wait for a cutscene to check my messages, because it looks like this. for a change actually is an important message. I'm not even gonna bother fighting you because I already did. Going through here will give me a couple of seconds to read what I was just sent.
That boy again?
He is more persistent than I expected. Why not explain the situation to that boy Riku? Doing so may actually prove useful to our...
Wait a second. Are you Maleficent?
Jafar, let Jasmine go!
Not a chance. You see, she's a princess. One of 7 who somehow hold the key to opening the door.
Open?
But you fools won't live to see what lies beyond it. Genie, my second wish, crush them!
Genie, no!
Sorry, Al. The one with the lamp calls the shots. I don't have a choice.
Oh, okay, so I needed to respond to the message as well, because it did turn out to be... Wow, I'm getting another message which isn't important. This is more like it. Okay, so this is going fairly well so far because he isn't moving. As long as he doesn't move, this boss fight is rather easy. Okay, shouldn't have said that. Yeah, it was about like website design, logo design, and business cards. So I kind of like needed to respond to that as soon as humanly possible. The other one is about my opinion on Psychonauts, which I recently finished. Not as important. I'll respond to that when I get done recording this episode. Talking about which, Psychonauts. Good game. It ends setting up for a sequel because you literally in the game just spend the entire game, well actually just the second half of the game, working on a kidnapping, and then the game ends with getting a message, there's another person kidnapped, it's the head of the Psychonaut, like, Grandmaster, and that's the end of the game. It sets up for a sequel perfectly. 15 years later we still don't have the sequel. It's been worked on, granted, but we still don't have it. And I thought we were gonna get fire upgrade, not a blizzard upgrade here for some reason. I don't know why.
Genie, my final wish. I want you to make me an all-powerful genie!
And this is the real boss fight, which still is relatively easy, so maybe we won't reach 45 minutes because that Jafar fight went really, really well. I did like 3/4 of his HP before he could move, and then I had a little bit of trouble getting him again, but not too bad actually. If this does... if I can learn to talk again. If this goes only half as well, I'll be happy. So Jafar and the lamp do share an HP bar. You can hit Jafar using Blizzard. And that's probably why you just got the Blizzard upgrade, I now realize. You can also just keep hitting the lamp, and if you don't fall off like an idiot like I just did, yeah, this fight can go by very quickly as well, as you can see. He had 2.5 bars, I think, of HP. If this platform would ever so kindly allow me to hit Iago a little bit more. Iago doesn't faint at all so far. Usually, at some point at least, maybe you have to use magic to do that. Anyway, we finished this boss fight. It's ridiculously easy, I'm aware.
Okay, Jafar. Back to your lamp.
And now we get a power of fire. That's why I thought I was gonna get fire, because you get fire from the lava fights thing. Anyhow, 2 really easy boss fights. Now we're gonna get something just like lighthearted and fun, but still in a way rather tense, because we have to escape the Cave of Wonders. And that is gonna be fun.
Jasmine? Jasmine!
I don't know about fun, but it's definitely interesting. I forgot to close my window again, by the way. This is the first time in 36 minutes I heard something from the outside. So I hope I wasn't just ignoring it, and this is literally the first time you can hear anything, and probably isn't getting picked up by the microphone either. So you guys are probably thinking, what the hell is this dude talking about? Also, this is the best animation for closing a keyhole in the entire game. After this, it gets kind of stale and boring. But you see, this is a whole cutscene and it fills up with gold. I don't know why they try to do so much effort with this one, but after this, I mean, Hollow Bastion has a special, like, kind of cutscene thing, because it's the final keyhole. But it's not even as, like, nice as this one, so I really don't understand why they did it here, and why they didn't really put any effort in any of the other keyholes. So this is it. It's not very interesting, is it? Kingdom Hearts 2 again does a way better job of this, because in Kingdom Hearts 2 you also need to exit the Cave of Wonders. I'm pretty sure you do. Or is that... am I thinking about the second part of this? No, because you do have different commands in your command style deck thing in Kingdom Hearts 2, other than just attack. Because you can flip and shit. This part looks a little bit nice. It controls so stiffly as well. It's nowhere near as bad as the carpet controls in the actual Aladdin game for PlayStation 1, because nothing in the universe is as bad as those controls, but still not very good. 40 minutes, because this is literally the end of the world. Not literally the end of the world, of this world. Like, we're done in this world. That's it.
Well, hello, you still have 1 wish left?
No, he's got 2, because you failed at one of the wishes, because the lamp got stolen. You cheap-ass motherfucker.
I wish for your freedom, Genie.
Ow!
A deal's a deal, Genie. Now you can go anywhere you want. You're your own master.
And you still get your magic. That's the most important part.
But
so you can fuck around with people.
it'd be great if you could go along with them and help Sora find Jasmine.
Sorry, Al. I'm done taking orders from others.
That's... hang on, I'm gonna check my window. I think there's a lot of,
That's
like,
entirely different.
kids walking by and they're making a lot of sound. So I'm probably gonna... am I gonna close my window because this episode is pretty much done?
Genie.
Just leave it to me.
There's an entire fucking school walking in the street. Why? I guess it's 3 o'clock on a Monday. Shouldn't all those kids be, like, in school? Shouldn't I be doing something more useful in my life than playing Kingdom Hearts over and over again? Definitely I should be.
That smarmy vizier could have had him. If someone had stuck around to give him a hand.
Hey, I did my part. I brought the princess, didn't I?
Jafar was beyond help, consumed by his own hatred. One should beware of letting it burn too fiercely.
Whoa, whoa, lighten up. I'm as cool as they come, okay? By the way, kid.
You're literally on fire, Hades. You're not as cool as they come. Oh, but it's blue fire. Yeah, exactly. That's way hotter.
Had a deal, yes? You help us, and we grant you your wish.
Kyrie!
That takes way too long. We see Kairi for literally like 7 seconds, I would guess. And then we see Riku during all that time standing still in the background, and then we cut to Riku saying Kairi very surprised. It
Why are you doing all this for me?
just doesn't work.
What's the catch?
Why?
Catch? What's the catch? Silly boy. You're like a son to me. I only want you to be happy.
I seriously doubt that.
Believe what you wish. But lest we forget, I kept my end of the bargain.
I like how in like the latest installment of Kingdom Hearts, Riku is like disgustingly more powerful than Maleficent. Well, here is clearly no match for her yet. So it really shows you the growth of these characters. Wow, did we? When we started this episode, I think I was level 20. Yeah, I was level 20. Now I'm level 26. And I got a new Keyblade as well, so let's check out that Keyblade. 3 wishes. Powerful weapon that is difficult to deflect. It has more power. It doesn't have the nerve as far as critical hit goes. A little bit of a shorter reach, but honestly don't really care about the shorter reach or not. It's just a good Keyblade. So until the next time, do not forget to leave a like and subscribe to my channel if you have enjoyed this video, which hopefully you have. It's almost 45 minutes. It's closer to 40, granted, but if I keep talking for a little bit, it's going to be closer to 45, which I won't be doing. So until the next time, I'll see you later. Bye-bye.